In America, I was going through a lot with past things that had happened to me over a 10-year span. And my very close friends who have been there for me a lot in London are Saudi, and they gave me Quran. And I brought it to New York because I was learning, and it opened doors for me to experience and spiritually to find another, true meaning. And this is who I am. But this is just me holding it with me, walking, going. Whereas the paparazzi maybe across the street, I didn't know. And they crucified me for it in America. They made me seem like Satan. I was a bad person for holding that Quran. And I was so happy to leave and go back to London after that, because I felt so unsafe in my own country after this. I mean, people were like horrible to me. And just because this is my belief, if this is something I want to learn, this is my own will. This is not for you to express. If you want to say it, keep it to yourself. I'm not looking at what you do every day. Maybe you're not doing enough because you're bored hurting me. But I can't imagine how many people go through this all the time. And that made me feel like an outsider. So I understand why, the Turkish people are upset, because they live in a great, beautiful place. And I understand why women that wear headscarves are looked at differently, because I felt like that. So when the woman, that's why it's amazing here. You can choose what you want and it's accepted. Whereas I'm in America holding a Quran and I'm the devil. No, you have to acknowledge the good parts of a place where we think is...
Lohan was photographed out and about in New York while carrying a Quran. At the time, a spokesperson said she had a keen interest in the Arabic culture. Since this revelation, not much else was said on the matter until now. In a recent interview on Turkish TV show Haber Turk, the 30-year-old Mean Girls actress spoke about the backlash she received in America when she was snapped holding a copy of the Quran. Lohan said, "My very close friends, who have been there for me a lot, in London are Saudi, and they gave me the Quran and I brought it to New York because I was learning. It opened doors for me to experience spiritually, to find another true meaning. This is who I am." After being papped holding the Quran while crossing the street, Lohan revealed the reaction from her fellow Americans was negative and somewhat short-sighted. "They crucified me for it in America," she said. "They made me seem like Satan. I was a bad person for holding that Quran. I was so happy to leave America and go back to London after that, because I felt so unsafe in my own country. If this Islam is something that I want to learn, this is my own will." Deciding to defend herself and her passion and beliefs, Lohan spoke up for the Muslim population in America, saying, "I can't imagine how many people go through this all the time, and that made me feel like an outsider. However, it hasn't all been negative." News of the star's desire to convert to Islam has been met by the online community with mostly positivity. Facebook user Malcolm Sinclair Park commented, "Good for her. She is finding some peace and serenity. Wonderful, this lady is sharing love." Another fan, Craig McDonald, commented, "If Islam is helping her find and keep her sobriety, that's awesome."